In 1978, something strange landed on the desks of top CIA officials. Not espionage or nuclear threats, but files exploring whether human consciousness survives death and reincarnates. Yes, that's CIA. These weren't fringe theories, they were classified research, frightening case studies, and unexplained phenomena that even the most skeptical agents couldn't ignore. Why was the world's top spy agency obsessed with reincarnation, and what secrets are they still hiding deep within their vaults? Forget what you thought you knew about intelligence gathering. Today, we expose what the government doesn't want you to know about life after death. The trail often begins with projects like the infamous Gateway Project, seemingly focused on mind control but burrowing much deeper. Most people know about MKUltra, but fewer are aware of Gateway. On the surface, it aimed to explore altered states of consciousness for enhanced intelligence gathering. But hidden within declassified documents is something far more bizarre: research into the human soul's ability to transcend time and space, explicitly including the possibility of reincarnation. The Gateway Project employed techniques like sound waves, hemi-sync, developed later with the Monroe Institute, and meditation to induce out-of-body experiences. Participants reported vivid visions of past lives, describing detailed scenes and people they couldn't possibly have known. The CIA didn't dismiss these accounts, they catalogued them meticulously, suggesting they believed there was substance to these claims. Why would an intelligence agency spend taxpayer dollars investigating past lives unless they perceived real-world applications? The scariest part? Some insiders believe the CIA wasn't just curious, they were trying to harness reincarnation as a tool for espionage. Imagine agents recalling skills or languages from previous lives, or identifying threats based on knowledge they shouldn't logically possess. It sounds like science fiction, but these documents hint it was a reality the CIA seriously considered. Perhaps one of the most chilling examples, allegedly found within CIA interest files, involves the case of James Leininger. This young Louisiana boy, at just 2 years old, began having violent nightmares of crashing in a World War II fighter plane. He recalled specific, verifiable details: the aircraft carrier's name, Natoma Bay, a fellow pilot's name, the exact mechanics of the plane he claimed to have flown. His parents, initially skeptical, verified every detail. The pilot James spoke of had died in the exact circumstances the boy described. What's deeply unsettling is the reported keen interest the CIA took in James's story. According to leaked sources, they conducted independent investigations, attempting to debunk the case. But the more they dug, the more unexplainable it became. Internal reports supposedly suggest fascination mixed with disturbance at the implications. If a child could accurately remember a past life, what did that mean for consciousness? Could this be replicated or controlled? The CIA never publicly released findings on James, leading many to believe the case was buried because it raised too many unanswerable questions. Their investigation suggests more than academic curiosity. They were hunting for something potentially game-changing. The CIA's interest wasn't isolated. Consider their secret partnership with the Monroe Institute. In the 1970s, the Institute researched out-of-body experiences and altered states. Unknown to the public, the CIA quietly funded some of this, hoping to uncover methods unlocking the mind's secrets, including past life recall. Using soundwave techniques called hemi-sync, the Monroe Institute guided participants into deep meditative states where they reported vivid experiences of other lives, times, and dimensions. The CIA saw intelligence potential. Could agents access past life memories to retrieve hidden knowledge or anticipate threats? While some Monroe research is declassified, files specifically on reincarnation remain heavily redacted. Why? Did the CIA discover methods for triggering past life memories but fear public reaction or ethical fallout? This partnership between a consciousness research institute and a top intelligence agency suggests a story far deeper than officially told. This research wasn't happening in a vacuum. During the Cold War, the CIA wasn't just focused on nuclear threats, they were racing against Soviet experiments in reincarnation and other psychic phenomena. Soviet scientists were known for unconventional experiments, and declassified documents reveal deep investment in studying reincarnation. The CIA took notice. Reports suggest Soviets used hypnosis, sensory deprivation, even chemicals to trigger past life memories. The results were unsettling. Participants described historical events with uncanny accuracy, including details not in public records. Fearing the Soviets might unlock a new kind of psychological warfare, the CIA ramped up its own research. The Cold War became a battle for control over the human mind. The CIA's obsession with matching Soviet advancements suggests they believed this knowledge could be weaponized. What did they discover that demanded decades of secrecy? Furthermore, while the Western world largely dismissed reincarnation, the CIA showed intense interest in Eastern philosophies where it was fundamental. They sent agents to India and Tibet, not just observing religious practices, but documenting verified reincarnation cases, children recalling past lives with startling detail. One infamous area of study was the Dalai Lama selection process, where young children identified personal belongings from previous incarnations without prompting. The CIA studied these rituals, seeking to understand how such precise memories transferred. Was it cultural conditioning, or a scientific explanation beneath the surface? This deep dive wasn't just academic. They believed ancient traditions might hold keys to unlocking human potential, perhaps creating operatives with skills spanning lifetimes. Whatever they found, they kept quiet, begging the question, what did they uncover that they didn't want the world to know? The agency also experimented directly with hypnosis, attempting to trigger past life memories. In the 1960s, they explored using hypnosis to deliberately evoke past life recollections. Their goal: could these memories be manipulated or used for intelligence? Subjects under hypnosis described lifetimes unknown consciously, detailing events, places, people with eerie precision. The CIA wanted control. Could agents retrieve useful info from past lives? Could adversaries be manipulated by accessing deep unconscious memories? The experiments raised more questions than answers, with some subjects reporting traumatic experiences, leading the CIA to quietly shelve the project. But the files remained classified, suggesting something significant was discovered. Unexpectedly, the topic surfaced even within the renowned remote viewing program, Stargate, revealing an overlap no one expected. Stargate trained individuals to see distant locations mentally. But some participants began describing different times, witnessing past events as first-hand memories. Initially dismissed as noise, patterns emerged. Some viewers consistently reported experiences aligning with known historical events, including obscure details. Were they accessing hidden information, or tapping into past life memories? While much of Stargate is declassified, the reincarnation overlap remains largely unexplored publicly. Stumbling onto past life recall via remote viewing suggests the CIA encountered something far bigger than anticipated. Adding to the intrigue are the missing files, key documents on reincarnation research that mysteriously disappeared in the late 1980s. Whistleblowers claim these files contained groundbreaking discoveries, access methods, controlled experiment evidence, even cases of operatives recalling useful intelligence from previous existences. Why did they vanish? Destroyed to prevent outrage? Moved to deeper secrecy due to value? The disappearance points to a deliberate effort to bury evidence that could change our understanding of life, death, and consciousness. If the CIA is hiding this, what else are they keeping from us? Beyond understanding, reports suggest the CIA explored using reincarnation in psychological warfare. The idea, though chilling, was simple: convince an adversary their current life is influenced by past life mistakes/traumas to manipulate present behavior. Through targeted hypnosis, suggestion, even staged evidence, they experimented with planting past life ideas to destabilize enemies, making them question their memories and identities. While public documentation is scarce, the attempt reveals how seriously the agency considered reincarnation as a psychological tool, not just to understand, but to weaponize. If they found ways to manipulate beliefs in past lives, what does that mean for our own potential manipulation? So, after all the evidence, experiments, and case studies, what does the CIA's continued silence on reincarnation really mean? Why remain quiet? Some believe they uncovered truths too disruptive. If reincarnation is real, it challenges fundamental understandings of life, death, power, control, identity. The silence suggests two possibilities: either they found nothing valuable, unlikely given the effort, and buried it to avoid embarrassment, or they discovered something so profound, so potentially destabilizing or powerful, it had to be kept secret. Given the lengths they went to, the second option seems more likely. In the end, the CIA's secret files on reincarnation don't just hint at what lies beyond death. They reveal how far powerful organizations might go to understand, and potentially control, the deepest mysteries of the human mind and consciousness itself. The documents are out there, though often redacted or incomplete. The stories persist. The questions remain. What did the CIA truly discover about reincarnation, and why is it still shrouded in secrecy? If you have made it this far, let us know what you think in the comments section below. Does this change your perspective? For more interesting topics diving into declassified secrets and unexplained phenomena, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.